Hi there, this is David and welcome to the Top 10 Best JRPG Couples. Here, I'm going to be looking at a lot of JRPGs from the past and figuring out what the best couples are. Personally, I'm not really a fan of harems or choose-your-own-girl games, so protagonists with a bunch of girls hanging off of him will not be included. And I really wanted to include at least one gay couple here, but developers seem to just want to make them all eunuchs, so I couldn't really go there. Also, these are all going to be romantic relationships, so you're not going to see anything like Cloud and a sword here. And one last thing, because of the nature of this list, there will be spoilers. This is your one and only warning. So, let's go ahead and get started. Number 10, Adol and Lila from the Ys series. Yes, I am well aware that this is a strange choice, but I don't care. I love the Ys series and Adol is so cute, I just had to include him here. For those unaware, each Ys game is a chapter of Adol's travelogue documenting his adventures. With over 100 books in all, he has many adventures and meets many girls, but he only marries one, Lilia. She appears in Ys 2 and 4, first discovering and rescuing Adol, then of course playing the damsel in distress as Adol rescues her in turn. Her appearance in Ys 4 is rather odd though, because she plays a minor role in the SNES version, and in Memories of Celceta, she's kind of retconned out. However, in Ys 4 Dawn of Ys for the TurboGrafx-16, bitch got her man! The two are married with kids! Go Adol. Number 9, Cecil and Rosa of Final Fantasy IV. Final Fantasy IV was a game changer for me, and while it might seem basic now, back whenever I was a kid, it was the first game that really told a gripping story and made me care about the characters. I was genuinely shocked when Kain disappeared, I was aghast when Tella died, and I cried whenever Cid idiotically blew himself up. So, imagine how emotionally invested I was in the titular couple, Cecil and Rosa. Their fight the night before he left to Mist, how worried he was when she fell ill, and how he raced to rescue her after being kidnapped. Then, they never left each other's sides and they married happily ever after. It's a simple love story, but believe me, this was revolutionary back then. Number 8, Lloyd and Colette from Tales of Symphonia. I love the relationship between these two. Lloyd is completely spastic, but he has a good heart, and Colette is just pure sweetness and light. Like many others on this list, they grew up together in the same village, but thankfully they're not adopted siblings, unlike just about everybody else. Anyway, as they proceed on their journey of world regeneration, and Colette slowly changes into an angel herself, Lloyd's feelings emerge. She's no longer just the chosen one, she's the one for him. And he has to do everything in his power to save her. And I know that towards the end you can kind of choose your own girl, but we all know that Colette is the one and only for him. Number 7, Yuri and Alice from Shadow Hearts. This is one of the more unique relationships on the list, probably because it's actually realistic. Yuri pretty much just wants to have hot sex with Alex, while she really doesn't want anything to do with him at all. But opposites attract, and they eventually begin to really care for one another on their journey through Asia and on to Europe to have a showdown with Albert Simon. But selfless Alice goes to face the true evil alone, only to be left with hours to live. Even though they save the world together, she still dies at the end. And it is canonical, though you can do a side quest to save her in the game. In the direct sequel, she's still dead. It's absolutely heartbreaking and fitting for this dark genre. Number 6, Justin and Fina from Grandia. It's no secret that Grandia is one of my favorite franchises, and it has to do with the characters. Justin and Fina are two young adventurers who start off wanting to have some fun, and they quickly get in over their heads. Over the course of their journey, they're forced to grow up and learn to depend on one another. It's really endearing to watch their love grow from a boyhood crush to a full-on romance. But it hits home when 10 years later, their adventures have come to an end, and they sail into Parm to go home and see Sue and Lily. They're now married, and teenage Sue comes to the dock only to see all the little crotch goblins that Fina spit out. It's just too bad that we don't get to see an older, more mature, married Justin and Fina. It just cuts away a moment too soon. Number 5. Alex and Luna, from Lunar Silver Star Story Complete. Just saying their names sends shivers down my spine. I love these two. Growing up together in the small town of Berg, they are adopted siblings, of course, best friends, and singing partners. In the original Sega release, Luna stayed behind and didn't travel with you to the mainland. However, she tags along in the remake, and it really helps with her character development. I mean, when Rosa was kidnapped, I was like, okay, let's go rescue her. But when Luna was kidnapped by Galleon, I screamed and actually cried. I felt so bad for her and Alex. Seeing bad Luna later on singing her evil songs and being mind-controlled, you can really actually see Alex's heart break as he comes to the realization that Luna and him may never actually get to be together. Number 4. Maxim and Selene, of Lufia 2, Rise of the Sinistrals. Poor Tia! My heart always went out to her because I think that we've all been in her little shoes before. Although I did know that they were doomed from the start, it really broke my heart to see Tia in so much pain. But she did do the right thing and she stepped off to the side to let Maxim and Selene be happy. Only for them to very shadily never mention her again after they ride off into the sunset and get married. The two lovers really did fall for each other though. They built a family with the addition of Jaren. But then tragically, it wasn't at all a happy ending, as they died in each other's arms. The entire love story is beautiful, as well as completely tragic. Number 3. Ellie and Fae, of Xenogears. These two come from two different worlds quite literally. Fae is a lamb from the lower world, while Ellie is a soldier from the floating country of Solaris. At first, she thinks of him as less than a dog, but slowly they come to love one another as equals, even joining together to bring down Solaris. Interestingly, we learn as the second disc plods along that Fae and Ellie are actually reincarnations and have lived many past lives together. First with Ellie acting as the mother, but later as the reincarnation synchronized, they instead lived as lovers. While in the past Ellie died for Fae, in the final reincarnation of Xenogears, he was able to rescue her. It is a complicated story, but it is well worth it in the end. Number 2. Ryu and Nina, of the Breath of Fire series. At its core, this franchise is a love story between Nina and Ryu as they're locked into an unending war with the Dark Dragons. Each installment features a new incarnation of the star-crossed lovers, and while they were just kind of there in the first two games, they really started expanding on their stories in the third and fourth games, but let's not talk about the fifth. Anyway, the third game does a good job with the two, showing them growing up together, how Ryu saves Nina from Baleo and Sunder, and how she conversely saves him. Then, they meet as adults where she is a boss bitch. They need to have more aggressive Ninas. I'm not really a fan of the passive Mary Sue Nina that we normally get to see. And finally, number 1, Estelle and Joshua, from the Trails in the Sky series. I've seen the whole adopted siblings fall in love storyline so many times that it's just a cliche now, and I normally cringe at the entire thing. However, this is the exception to the rule. The storytelling in this series is just top-notch, and yes, it can be long-winded, but the payoff is worth it in the end. I fell in love with both of them from the get-go. The journey of Joshua finding himself and rediscovering his past, along with Estelle coming to terms with her love for her brother, is so deeply touching. Then, if that wasn't enough, the second game is Estelle's conviction to find him again. By the time that we meet up with them further along in the series, they are true soulmates, having even adopted Renee and creating one big happy family in the process. Well, that's it for the top 10 best JRPG couples. What are your favorite couples? Do you agree or disagree? Let me know in the comments. And if you like this video and what I do here on the channel, please consider supporting me on Patreon for exclusive videos and early access to my content. The link to it can be found in the video description. This has been David. If you like this, please like, comment, and subscribe, and have a good day.